This is the final video of our casing compass setup and installation series. After you complete this video, you will be able to complete your bore and detect changes in grade before they translate into changes in elevation. You will also be able to use its water level feature to detect changes in your bore alignment without pulling the augers from your casing. Right before you're ready to bore in your lead joint, determine its grade using a smart level or surveying points. If your lead joint of casing consists of multiple sections, such as with a steering head, we recommend you determine this grade using a transit or a theodolite by shooting the front and the back of the casing and determining its overall average grade. Take note of this number because it is the same number that you will use to program or tear your control box. Turn on the power to your control box. If the flashing no comm screen appears, check all electrical connections with your casing compass and try again. When you power on your control box, if your electrical connections are good, you will have two choices: either continue your old bore or start a new bore. If you're starting a new job, you will use the mode button to switch to new bore and hit select. After you select new bore, a confirmation screen will appear. Use the mode button to toggle between yes and no. If you select yes here, all retentive data from your previous bore will be erased and you will be starting a new bore. From there, you will be taken to the setup screen. On the setup screen, you can establish your casing diameter and your starting grade of your casing. Use the mode button to select the different options and the arrow keys to toggle to the values that you want. Set the casing diameter to the diameter of casing that you will be installing on your bore. The control panel uses this number to establish values for your roll. Next, set the grade of your casing. This should be the same number that you recorded in the beginning with your smart level or your survey points and should reflect the actual grade upon which your casing currently sits. Once you've established your casing grade and your casing diameter, toggle over to Set. Once you select Set, you will be taken to the home screen that you will see for the rest of your bore. What you've effectively done is tiered your casing compass to a known reference point, which is the grade and roll of your casing when you started your bore. If your control box loses power or you power it down at the end of the day, just hit Continue Bore when you power it back on, and all of your data from the day before will be saved. Keep referencing your home screen as you complete your bore. The top line represents the current grade of the lead joint of your casing as you move through the ground. The second line is your design grade or casing grade. This is the number that you programmed into the panel when you started your bore. The third line down is roll. Roll is the amount of circumferential roll of your casing at any given time and is based on the diameter that you input at the start of your job. In this example here, you can see that our casing has rolled to the left 1/100th of a foot. The fourth line down displays the difference between the current temperature of the electronics within the casing compass at the front of your bore and their temperature when you set up the job. For most accurate readings, you should try to keep this number within 20 degrees. If the temperature difference exceeds 20 degrees, run some water through your water level until it cools down to within a 20-degree temperature difference. If you hit select from the home screen, you'll be taken to a second screen. This screen shows you the temperature of the electronics in your casing compass, as well as their temperature when you started the bore, and the casing diameter that you programmed in the beginning. Hit the select button again to take you back to the home screen.